Hello, my name is Dobek, and this is 12th episode of Fear of Extinction Talk, which is climate crisis brainstorming, and where I try to present my perspective on the climate crisis and offer some ideas how we can deal with it, or at least I want to show how I approach it and how I aim to. Of course, my approach is not. I'm not very consistent, and I still have a lot of to learn myself here. But I think that sharing this thinking can be valuable for other people, and it's always a good debate. And speaking about debate, and learning and exchange, I would like to talk in this episode about respectful education and as question how to educate other people, how to deal with people who have different opinions, or how to approach people who deny obvious facts we believe. Because it has become, a significant problem. I wanted to address this topic too in this series. So, first of all, it's always good to spread information and about, present some raw data, and, raw data is something people can, deny it, can react to it, but it's always good to be as much as possible, fact based. And even if people, deny it, something will stay with them. And the problem is that now it's so much disinformation, confusion, different, group of interests are more interested in, spreading some fake news. So spreading true news or spreading facts, it's always something beneficial, and we should not be tired of doing this. And for example, NASA has a great web page with tracking all the parameters about CO2, Arctic ice, sea levels, and things like this. It's a good a good source of information. I believe there's way more, and it's always something good to show and or think how we can present this data in an interesting way, in a visual way. However, with raw data, there's a problem because it's easy to present some other data, and we have so much disinformation right now. And there are some people who are interested in presenting have some interest in presenting false information. So we saw it in the movie Don't Look Up that spreading facts is not so easy. And some people may have some small benefits from this, spreading opposite facts. The one, motive for that, if everyone will, say, okay, this wall behind is white. So if someone says, okay, no, this wall is red, although it's, complete absurd, and everyone says this wall is white, this person who says, oh, this is red, this person will get some attention and will be more qualitative, will become more viral than just another person repeating this wall is white. So that's why it's so easy to spread this information. So, and the paradox is more we got into debate with the person, oh, it's not red, it's white, let's use some, physics tools to check it. It makes no sense completely. It makes this person even more visible, and it creates even more confusion, and becomes okay, becomes kind of, we are going towards the area when we everyone can say, okay, now we can say everything, and everything is correct in the same way. In some way, this wall is also red because red is a part of white. As you see, now we get to the point where it's really very difficult to establish some knowledge, and uh, so kind of going into discussion with things like this, it's not the best strategy. And but of course, we are eager to do it so much, and it's also part of our ego nature to do it. Yeah, I would like to offer here a different approach, the approach um, called respectful education, something that I'm still learning myself. But yeah, I would like to tell you about this this idea. So the problem with education, the world education, is that educators are assuming that uh, recipients are missing something, are lacking something. So they uh, can provide something, and, and no one actually wants to feel that. So sometimes people are rebellious just because they don't want to be uh, patronized. So so how to do it and not patronize somebody? So um, the most radical way of patronizing is trying to convert somebody. It's something. There's a lot of violence in it, and and it's not very useful nor skillful. So what we should rather do is to make our data available and just let people take and interpret them as they want, and just accept that they may make some strange uses of it. But also, in the same way, having trust that they have this deeper wisdom, that they have this deeper desire to be well informed, not to be confused, and trusting that it is their process in getting to the right knowledge. Maybe, if you're lucky, we'll see that we are arrogant, believing that, okay, they are less developed than us, we know what's going on, and maybe we'll be able to be surprised by them how many things they can discover by themselves, which we didn't think about. So I believe this type of openness creates a completely different environment for people to learn, grow, but it's like not supervised growth. It's more being like a some kind of cheerleader around to support somebody, and showing a lot of acceptance uh, should be very helpful. So whenever we get stuck in these debates, uh, we always should focus or identify what this person is trying to care of, because even very radical statements are always somewhere roots in some kind of care of something, and maybe more asking questions or more trying to learn from somebody, asking for explanations, uh, can be more helpful than preaching. Although all this my series is preaching like, and I feel like I'm doing it right now here. Uh, it's maybe because it's very difficult to prepare this presentation in a different way, and I'm just offering some thoughts. So I need to articulate them in this way. But maybe I'm not skillful just to do it better. So I'm not sure if this presentation is the best example how to do it, but there's somewhere my trust, and I still learn how to do it and experiment with it, that this type of friendship, like intellectual friendship, can be more helpful than furious debates or attempts to convince someone.